The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning.
Live on the line, we have the newly appointed State Senator Doris Turner. Welcome to the Maze Jackson Show. How are you, Senator Turner?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I really feel like I have arrived now that I'm on the Maze Jackson Show. It's a dream I never thought would happen. You know, in every office that I have held, I served 10 years on the Sangamon County Board. Then I served 2.5 terms on the Springfield City Council. And in each one of those positions, I have never represented a district that was a majority district. But every day I've gone to work to ensure that African Americans in those districts received equitable treatment and that the legislation that I pushed was beneficial to the entire district, but beneficial to the African Americans that lived in that district, because these are people that for too long have not had a voice. When I was there and I was their voice, I wanted to make sure that everything that I did was going to move my community forward. And that's always been first and foremost in my mind, and that will continue to happen. If you look at ordinances and legislation that I have championed, drafted, and passed, you will see that thread running through there. Everything that happened with the legalization of cannabis in Springfield, I led that and came out of that with a lot of successes. And one of the things that I am most proud of that came out of that was we put the 3% municipal tax on there, but 1.5% of that money will always go to a very specific area of Springfield that is the heart of the East Side.
You mentioned cannabis, but what we've seen is that there has been no access to cannabis for black folks.
We've had to go back and do 2 fixes already. I think that everyone knew that that was going to happen. But, you know, going forward, it's one of those things that, you know, when you know what you know, you know. There'll be more eyes and ears on a lot of things. So I am very committed to that.
Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson. The most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Lenders give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. See, Ruthie? I told you.
What, Maze?
I told you. That's why you can't trust Todd. We can't even trust him no more.
Nope, don't do him.
We can't even trust him no more. You see, I say my co-host, Ruthie Moore. You see, it's starting to flow.
For the record, he did tell you yesterday.
He ain't told me
Yes,
nothing.
he did. He said here, listen, I bear witness to him telling you.
He said he had a meeting. Hey, man,
He said, Maze, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I have a meeting. And Maze said, what kind of meeting you got? And then you went down a whole list of all of the possible meetings. And he chose one. So he did. He did. This one on you, Maze. You printed that paper for nothing.
Oh.
And I know you mad because I don't know. You been.
And then I messed up and I printed on one side. I printed one sheet.
Yes,
so now it's
you did.
3 pages it's double instead of half.
Let me just say that you've been doing this for a few days. So I know you've been stressed out.
I've been stressed out. That's why we got to get out.
You got to, because this costing you money.
Ruthie, where's my money? Now I'm going to tell you. Ruthie, yes, you know, when I print 3 sheets of paper, good thing, well, at least I didn't print it in color. Sure. If I would have been all the way stressed out if I would have printed 3 sheets and in color. Oh yeah, I would have been mad. And the entire didn't show up, so I would have wasted 3. We could have just left those intact for Izwiz though. So that they could have had their show script together.
Where did Herb get the full sheet, the full script from? Did he really have one?
Yeah, he pieced it together. They was like, dang, they tore it up. They figured us out. Oh man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm looking forward to Friday. In case you all are unclear, because last week everybody was Boosie missed us yesterday. Halfway 3/4 through the show. Cause she thought we was on vacation already, but we going on 2-week vacation on Friday. So after Friday's shows, we taking 2 weeks. Everybody getting ready to take them a breath.
Relaxation.
And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to be printing stuff right. Because I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm literally at the end of my wits. I'm getting snappy. I'm getting grouchy. I really ain't focusing. I'm not. Why are you saying like that, Ruthie? Like that sound like you all the time.
No, not the focus part. The other things, yes.
But things are getting blurry.
But I know you. But it's little things like this you don't normally do because you are very conscientious of how you manage your resources. I am, and I have to be, and so that is why.
The rundown says a lot about how Maze feels that day.
So, in case y'all don't know what we talk about, if you're not, because right now you're only watching. So, can I just tell you, there are people that are calling right now and they're saying, you're not on the radio. Look. So, what we did was, so in case you all aren't clear, we start live at 6:30 now on the radio, right? And then we go off live at 8 o'clock. So, we leave you in suspense at 8 o'clock. And so then you come back to us, right? Because I don't want to leave as we make this migration to the digital space and visual. Because Ruthie, you know, I plan when we come back for the fall, right, to not have mics like this. Like it's going to be kind of Good Morning America-ish.
Oh.
Right? So we will,
Like wireless?
yeah, we'll have lavs. So you'll come in, lavalier mics, and you'll come in and you'll plug it in on, and you'll put it on your lapel, and you'll sit there and you'll, right? And so
I gotta wear collared shirts?
No, you don't have to wear collared shirts.
Blazers?
You could just, like, you just gotta have. You put
I need
what?
the turnaround promo.
You want to turn right? Yes. So yeah, we getting ready to go visual. But one of the things that I have to do is make sure that we are mindful of our senior audience. Mm-hmm. So those of you, when we go live at 6:30, you'll hear a kind of a reset in the building. Y'all heard that in the voice back in the background. Todd didn't show up, but let me tell y'all what. When I heard the key in the door, my heart fluttered. The one, the only, the musical conductor of the Soul Plane, Miss Sonia Escobar, is back in the building. She is in the studio. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna give you the full camera action, cause she back in the studio with DJ Reese the Ruler. But let me just tell you, Esco
Good morning.
is back in the building.
It feels good to be back.
It feels good to see you. It feels good to see you. I'm going to tell you what, young Reese the Ruler filled in admirably. But I could just tell you,
I was nervous walking in.
Why was you nervous? You was like, who got fired? Because you know that's usually how it works, right? Sonia go on vacation, she come back, somebody is not here.
Is there a new wall?
Everybody here.
Okay.
Everybody's here. Everything is safe.
Mr. President.
See? Well, while you was gone, he did get demoted.
Oh,
he's
dang.
like, when we come back in the visual part and we have our intro, it's going to be like, starring Maze and Ruthie and Sonia. Sometimes Todd.
Oh.
Right? Like,
He like the Y of the vowels.
Right, we go here.
And then we're gonna reach the ruler on the news, sports, traffic, weather.
I'm gonna tell y'all, we gonna be extra fly. Wait till the.
I haven't seen him in the daylight in a while.
Man, well, he be walking around. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's all right. You know what? Ty getting into his space, so I ain't gonna even trip on him. But I'm gonna tell you, it feels good to have the team all back. Shout out to my man DJ Reese the Ruler, who is in the building in this Wednesday. So you be here tonight? Are you doing the show tonight? Y'all take it. You going on vacation early? Reese done went on vacation early. Okay, I still gotta say this one more time. Y'all gonna come back, your key not gonna work. If we don't have a sit down, it ain't no COVID. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying, like, look, they be all up in the chairs, everything. But they got a whole kind of vibe going on in the nighttime. They got I'm gonna tell you, the nighttime programming is kind of G. Like, I'm gonna tell you, it's like, so y'all just stay tuned.
I'm gonna play a promo in the 8 a.m. hour.
In the 8 a.m. you guys
cannot play on the radio. So,
what? Oh, really?
Yeah, so they'll hear it. The morning audience.
Good morning, everybody. So look, it looks like we all locked and loaded. Good morning, Sonia. I feel great now. I feel good. I feel really good. I feel like I'm ready to get the Soul Plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's get it up and away. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. My co-host, Ruthie Moore. Sonia Escobar in the building, back flying, keeping the Soul Plane rocking steady and sitting in. He understudying and he doing his news, sports, and traffic weather report. DJ Reese the Ruler. All right, y'all.
Right. He actually is quite privileged being able to sit back there with Sonia.
I'm gonna tell you.
Low, you back there getting some tutelage.
Look, it's like, cause I'd be like, what is, when you drive a new car, you like, where is the turn signal? And how do you turn the daggone wiper in the back off? You ever tried to figure out how to turn the wiper off in the back in a rental car? It's the worst. It really is.
I had notes,
I don't.
God gets tired.
You don't rent cars?
Only when I drive somebody else's car do I get the little wiper in the back. It don't even be raining. I be using it because I just think it's the coolest thing.
I hate it. I'll be like,
the heat
right? I'll be like, turn. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you. And the worst is getting in the car and turning something on you don't know how to turn off.
You just turn the car early off.
Yeah, but then it be back on.
Oh no.
You can't do it when you're driving though. You can't do it when you're driving. Have you ever seen? Just speaking of that, have y'all ever seen somebody that's a drunk driver? that has one of those cars, and you ever seen a car
I
that's
thought
just
they
going
were.
down the street and it's wah, 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 and you driving and you be like, would you turn your...
You think they be see? I always thought
No,
they
that's-
had an electrical issue.
No, they have a drunk driver and they
One of them
didn't
blow
blow.
things?
They didn't blow.
Oh,
Yep, they did not blow in the blower. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh,
you know what, I'm sorry. This is the last thing I want to say. One of my good friends got one of those things in his car from a weed conviction.
What?
Yeah, so it's not just drunk; it's like impaired. So
Yeah.
that just exactly. That just speaks to how they was getting people back before they. I just wanted to put that out there because
They don't even got no reliable method to test if whether you smoke.
for a weed conviction.
Take it out of his car. See that?
I mean, he went through a lot because of that. Like,
Did you watch yesterday when all the people were saying that over in the courts they still convicting people for weed?
I heard that.
Like, I don't think nobody should be in court for weed at all. Like, there should be, unless you got 2,500 tons, there should be no reason for you to even get arrested for weed.
If you get arrested for weed, you should automatically get put into a business education program around the cannabis industry.
What do you think don't start that mess this
I'm
early.
just
Don't start that
saying.
mess this early.
experience.
Oh, Lord. Goodness gracious. Sonia, you done got this woman started early talking about some. That was pretty deep, though. I like that. We should all be proud this month. See how I did that? Because yesterday began Pride Month.
Pride.
Did you not see that
Happy Pride.
everywhere? Happy Pride Month to everyone out there. We see your flags raised all over the city, county, and state right now.
No, it's not just flags. It's so much merch. It's like, you know how they did like breast cancer awareness?
Did you-
Everything went pink. So
Man.
it's like
Target,
commercialized.
To have them an ally.
Everything. Crocs.
Did you see Disney even came out with a line? When they gonna come out with the Juneteenth line?
Oh, don't worry. It's coming. Next year.
Man, we gotta get speaking of that, we gotta get Lucretia Burtz and those guys on the Black Remembrance Project on so they can talk. They say we be dissing Juneteenth. We don't be dissing Juneteenth. We diss the commercialization.
I can't do it's the rapid commercialization of it. It's
Right.
just like,
I almost feel like that's what happened with Tulsa, sort of.
yes.
I feel like Tulsa
Good one.
got commercialized,
Good one.
like, and it's like, and I also feel like they heard us yesterday. They was like, dang, nabbit, we was just going here to just mind our business, lay a reef. Now we got to talk about some old economic plan, and now we got to talk about black housing and black wealth. But, it's interesting to watch these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like we going to let this moment slip by. I just feel like this moment is going to slip by. Now, look.
You know what's coming next with it? It is going to be like an infusion of corporate money. It's coming down, but the question is, where is it gonna go?
Well, that's sort of like the Black Lives Matter when they collected them billions of dollars and don't nobody know, and then no girl bought a house away from all the black people.
Like, and not just corporate, but like grants and like.
Well, it's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be white people getting the grants to do black healing and stuff like that. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be just like I hate to keep using this dude's name, but it's like, how does a Latino get to speak for the Black Violence Initiatives for black people? That Eddie Bocanegra thing.
I missed it.
City.
I missed so much.
You know what? You didn't. It's same Chicago.
It's still do Sabo?
You missed trickery. Oh, you did miss. We gonna have to get. We need to do. No, we didn't get the interview. We did not get a what's in it for the black. We need to. I forgot I was gonna write the letter to the editor. Will you be my ghostwriter?
What if it was in the name? Oh, never mind.
Cause I could get it written. We could co-author it. Because I'm just telling you, we could get it. Cause we still waiting. The man did all that and then never came to what's in it for the black people media. I'm not going to give any interviews to anybody on my anniversary but the black and brown people, except the black people that really ask the question, what's in it for the black people? I wondered, how long you think before the mayor start getting lines cut in her hair?
Like parts?
Yeah. Like, when she know it's all the way over, you think she gonna be like...
You mean
She'll
like
get
designs?
her name. She gonna get on one of them fades. You know how they get the fade, and she gonna have lines. She gonna be like, and then she gonna be on social media with it too.
Oh, that's funny, man.
I'm just saying. I can't wait to see that though.
That's yeah. I'm just envisioning.
Could you see Lori? Could you see the mayor showing up with parts though? You know what parts? You know how they be.
She get a Nike sign, something like that.
What if she cut her hair like super, 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 like the fade?
She could be like a 0, give me a 1 right here.
And get man, that would be funny. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Why y'all be hating on me, man? I'm just trying to be a little comedic. Did y'all know when I was in high school I had a lightning bolt cut in my hair? Like
that's all I envisioned. Is all of the little black boy haircuts I've seen over the years.
I shaved my whole head except for my high top fade, and then I had a lightning bolt.
I mean, I think black people are so creative, and I think that little haircuts like that are just forms of self-expression.
I'm gonna tell you, for as strict as my parents were, the thing they gave me freedom with was my hair. Like I could pretty much do anything I wanted to do with my hair. That's why I had a red high top fade. Did you know that? I mean, it was red too, and it was like looking back, I was way too black to be having a red high top fade. Like
no,
that.
Black people can wear red, Maze.
Yeah, well, clearly that you're speaking from a biased position. I said red hair, not a black man with red hair, and I had an S curl too.
Oh,
so that bad boy was up to here.
Oh,
it was pretty interesting.
And when you throw in the S curl, get a little interesting.
Oh man, but I had the S curl. I didn't leave it in long, so it gave me curls. Not S curl because S curl.
That wasn't no S. That was an R. You ain't make it to S. You ain't leave it in long enough.
Oh, R curl. Oh Jesus, Lordy B. Okay. Did you see the mayor tried to double cross the alderman? I'm trying to get Alderman Jeanette Taylor on because she tried to lower the threshold for approval of the ward map. I'm gonna tell you that's kind of crazy, but we gotta watch that. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into that. Rob Blagojevich is off them papers. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow more. Channel 7 will be in the studio. We're gonna be part of a documentary that they are doing, a Hulu documentary. So wear your good clothes tomorrow, because we're gonna be internationally featured. Joe Biden. Did I really just do that? Joe Biden memorializes the Tulsa, Oklahoma riots. The Miami. Did y'all see the video of the Miami shootout? When the car pulled up.
The mass shooting.
Yes, they pulled up. 3 dudes jumped out, shot 100 shots into a crowd. The crowd returned fire. It was like a rap beef or something. Or at least that's what they're saying.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. I had some friends that were there literally 20 minutes before. All right, look, y'all. Check this out. We're about to restart, but we're going to start. We're going to pick up our live radio feed. I'm going to need those of you that are watching to make sure that you go to WBGX 1570 AM and let me know that we are live at 6:30. So let's do this. We're going to start. We're going to get you some news, traffic, and weather. And we are going to take this thing back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be right back live. When we come back, we'll be live on 1570 AM WBGX.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at the Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning.
The Fraternal Order of Police. It is the president, John J. Catanzara Jr.
We all saw the Anjanette Young video.
Naturally, when someone hears, I didn't do it, you got the wrong place, you just discard it. You have an obligation to make sure that the rest of the place that you're doing a search warrant on is secure.
Okay, so you used the word naturally. And when you watch that video, naturally, a natural reaction would have been to provide her with some coverage for her naked body.
Have you ever been to police?
And so
Have you ever been the police?
Let me finish my question. So a natural reaction was not what we saw from those white police officers.
A natural police reaction is to secure the scene.
So a natural police reaction is different from a natural
Well, we're
human
talking
reaction.
about police. We're not talking about you going into a building. We're talking about the police going into a building.
Hence why, in the beginning of the question, I related it to training. Are police officers trained to not see black people as human? And so police training would make them naturally react to see me as an animal?
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer because that's just an ignorant statement to make. They went in there looking for an offender
who was not there.
Do you know that until you searched the whole place?
They did. They searched, and she stood there naked.
And at that point,
after they had the scene secure, she still stood there naked.
Again, I already conceded the fact that they could have did a better job covering her up, but her race had nothing to do with it, and you're going to keep implying it. I'm going to keep telling you you're absolutely wrong.
Let me ask you a question. Of training? Is it a lack of proper training?
No.
I don't know about it. I keep telling you, you got the wrong place. You got the wrong place.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. We will kill you for our woman.
So fun, I would pay it. Killing them selfies, she's slaying. All in my head, it keep playing. Yeah, keeping this real, no faking. She wants something solid. If I'm being honest, girl, I think we got it. Oh, wondering how did you get here? Taking me for a ride. You came in so unexpected. Song, play this when you love song. Your love song, drowning when you jump. Oh yeah, dying to come see what you'll do to me. A love song, play this when you love song.
WIIFTBP.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? I'm Reach the Ruler, and the time is now 6:37 a.m. for your traffic, land, weather, sports, and traffic. And sports, Kyle Hendry picked 6 and then struck out 4 as the Cubs win behind a Wilson Contreras 2-run home run in the 5th to put them up 4-3. Cubs and Padres back in action at 120 at Wrigley. White Sox lose as they fall 6-5 to the Cleveland Indies. White Sox back in action today at 12:10 against the Cleveland in Cleveland. Lynn gets the start 6-1. In baseball, playoffs, the Brooklyn Nets finished the Boston Celtics off in 5 games as they win 123 to 109 behind a James Harden triple-double. It took not one but 2 OTs in the Mile High as the Denver take a 3-2 lead over the Trailblazers 147 to 140 in double overtime. And without AD, the Lakers look lost as they are 1 game away from elimination as they lose to the Phoenix Suns 115 to 85. Suns now are up 3-2 in the series as the Lakers look for answers. Now on the traffic. On the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 31 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare, 18. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange, 35 minutes. Outbound Exchange to Deerfield, 30. Eisenhower, inbound from Thorndale to the Loop, 30 minutes. Back to Thorndale, 28. Stevenson, inbound from the Dan Ryan, 33. Bishop Ford, inbound to the Dan Ryan, 28. Dan Ryan, 17 minutes to the Loop, 11 minutes back to 95th. Today's weather, it is currently 57 degrees. Today will be sunny with a high of 75 and a low of 57. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now back to Maze, Ruthie, and welcome back, Sonia. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve on.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Plus, y'all, she is back. Back in the building. It's Miss Sonia Escobar, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. If you are just tuning in to WBGX 1570 AM, we are going live now. I'm going to let y'all know. If y'all are tuned in, we are making our move to the digital space, but because we know we love y'all so much on radio, we couldn't let our people just go. So every day at 6:30, we'll come live to you on WBGX 1570. We'll go live from 6:30 to 8, and then you can come back and join us back on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch. We on Periscope. We everywhere around the world. So we want to thank you all for joining us. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore. Ruthie, how you feeling this morning?
Wonderful. Wednesday, right?
Look at you. Like, I'm thrown off this
Hump Wednesday.
Hump on a Wednesday.
You got to get over the hump, not hump. I mean, unless you want to.
Man, it's the summertime. It's the summertime. Summertime. Hump Day Wednesday has a whole new meaning when the sundresses come out. All right, y'all. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Ruthie Moore. Shout out to our girl, Sonia Escobar, y'all. She been gone from us for 2 weeks after gone for a month. She came in, she stopped by, checked in for a month, for like a week, and then was like, you know I'm out, right?
Yep.
I'll be back. Well, let me tell y'all what, it's just not the same. We can't fly the plane the same without Miss Sonia Escobar. Esco, how you feeling? Say what's up to the people in radio land.
Hello.
All right, and if y'all noticed, Sonia Escobar, while you were gone, filling in admirably for you, was DJ Reese the Ruler. Y'all heard him with the news, traffic, sports, and the weather. Now, I don't let him talk too much, not on my show. Cause can I tell y'all something, Ruthie? Let me tell you something. So,
Pray tell.
Sonia, let me tell you, I know you would never let this happen to me. So, Sunday, we working around the office. You know, I'm messing around. DJ does the sound, and you know he's the board op for the weekends. You know, everybody be like, "Where DJ at?" I be in here. They be like, "DJ coming?" I be like,
Dang.
"You know this is my joint, right? You know I'm standing right here, right? Like I'm standing right here." They be like, "Anyway," but I figured it out, right? So I was like, I'm getting around packing my stuff up. I'm getting ready to go. And then I said, you know, we should tune the mics to every different person. Because I remember before you left, you said we could go in and tune the mics to everybody. So I was like, you know, I'm kind of telling DJ, like, I kind of, you know how you say something which you expecting them to do. And he like, you want me to show you how to do it? No, I want you to do it. But that's okay. I'll do it. I was going to do it myself. You know, all I got to do is tell me no one time. You don't got to tell me no twice. I'll figure it out. He said, come on,
Let me show you how to do it over here. Come on over here.
You still can't talk.
Yeah, come on over here. Let me show you how to talk.
So I go out, look. So we open up the mic, and he messed up, though, because he didn't realize that he was going to show me. So he like, this is mic one.
Bass.
No, I mean, mic two.
Bass, deep, low.
Mic three.
Bass, deep, low.
Maze Jackson mic one. Hi.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. Y'all could have put some bass in my voice on this station and y'all turned it to high? I knew it was a conspiracy. That's why Reese can only do
news, traffic, and weather on my show.
Because it was a whole conspiracy. I was like, and he said, I know you. He said,
I know you're going to tell people I did that on purpose.
I was like, you did. So let me tell y'all, Reese the Ruler is in the building with us. If you are enjoying the traffic, sports, and weather, give him a shout out. Let him know you appreciate him. He is normally here on Wednesday nights with Week Wednesdays. But they decided they was going to take a vacation early. Now, I also want to let you all know we're going to be taking off 2 weeks. But you can always go to the Facebook page and you can watch replays. We're going to play the best ofs, a whole bunch of good stuff. All right? All right, y'all. So it's the Maze Jackson Show. It's about that time we're going to do the social media question of the day. Sonia, can I get the big voice around this bad boy? I ain't heard him in a while.
For the social media question of the day.
Look, I took Sonia. Ruthie, Sonia.
Present.
You know what? I might even let DJ in on this conversation because this is really a Wednesday night conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I don't know if you all saw last night, or not, I mean this last legislative session, and I mentioned this briefly yesterday, that the Illinois General Assembly passed a law that mandates that feminine hygiene products must be in all bathrooms. Let me say that again. The Illinois General Assembly mandated that there must be feminine hygiene products in all bathrooms.
Good. If they run out in the female one, I could tell my brother to go get me some. They should be in every room, matter of fact. It should be free.
Okay.
Why am I paying $11?
Oh, okay.
20 of them. Well,
okay.
my bad. Coffee kicking in.
So this is one of those moments where I feel like we've gone just a bit too far. I almost feel like you're gonna take all the fun out of the comedy on all the comedy movies when they be like, price checking out 7. Because you got to go to the store. You're like, no, I don't need a price check. Just charge me $20, right? My mama used to make me go. Like, fortunately, my wife has never, right? But do you really believe that we should have feminine hygiene products in men's bathrooms, in boys' bathrooms, in schools? I take a little bit umbrage with that. I'm not talking about them being free. I don't care. But I don't know if they need to be in boys' bathrooms. And quite frankly, I think that they are. Maybe I'm still probably old school. And so, I think boys' bathrooms are boys' bathrooms. Girls' bathrooms are girls' bathrooms. And if you decide you switching up, go to the bathroom that you switch to. And go do what they do in that bathroom. But I don't know. And I okay. Am I too old fashioned?
Yes, you are.
Okay, wait. This is what I want you to talk about because I'm opening up the phone lines. I'm opening up the phone lines on this.
And not to mention that the bathrooms, now you can use any bathroom you want. That was a recent change. And so because you can use any bathroom you want, there should be feminine hygiene products in every bathroom. And just like Sonia said, they really should be in every room. They should be free. There should be no tax on them. And I believe that we need to normalize a very normal part of life because it's normal. And
not in the boys' damn bag.
And shout out to all the fathers that have purchased feminine hygiene products for their wives, for their girlfriends, for their mamas, for their aunties, for their daughters, for anybody, because it is a normal and natural part of life. And with that being said, they should be in every bathroom, Maze, and they should be free.
Okay, the phone lines are open.
And not just that, but they should put the good ones in the bathrooms, not the not so good ones.
Come on now.
Put the good ones
in the boys bathroom.
The good ones should be everywhere for free.
For free.
Yeah, okay.
The good ones.
I don't want to see no tampons in the men's bathroom.
What about a pad?
I don't want to see that.
I don't think I need to see none of that.
What about a menstruation cup?
No, I really don't want to see that in the bathroom. Not in the men's bathroom.
The same way you see condoms in bathrooms, and that has become kind of normal.
No, Ruthie.
But there's not no female condoms in the male's bathroom.
Right.
But there should be. There's a problem.
Why? Because there's a woman having sex with a man in the man's bathroom?
You never know. Women should have equal access to
the men's bathroom too.
I've been saying,
yes. Oh, y'all sound crazy. Yeah. Okay. This is not the club. This is not because this is how women do you. Remember, I just got to bring this to the reality. Y'all know, like when you be at the club and the women's bathroom, because women take an hour, so the women just decide they getting ready to invade the men's bathroom.
4 stalls and there's 50 of us.
Y'all need to go to a different club.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
Bathrooms are a factor for me. Bathrooms are a factor. Y'all better figure out a trough.
But a lot of clubs I go to, it don't even have a sex in the bathroom now. Like especially up north.
Okay, so
we're still on the radio.
Look, you stay with it.
I said like it doesn't have a sex like a male or
you said
female. Damn, man, I made week Wednesday and everything. I say, hold on, wait a minute, don't say good morning like that. Don't say it's still like relax.
No. So I
unisex.
The phone lines are open. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Should there be feminine hygiene products in a men's bathroom, in a boy's bathroom, in school? I don't even know if boys even understand what is going on at that point.
They should. If that sparks their curiosity.
What they gonna do with it?
It probably
they gonna be trying to stick it in somebody.
Likely, hopefully they could say, this means that pregnancy can occur. Let me take an active interest in my own body.
That's not what they're gonna think.
You don't know that. Yes.
Okay, open up the phone line. Give me a call. Am I crazy here?
That's why health education is so important.
That's why you have health education. Exactly. You don't need to put it in the bathroom. 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Should we have feminine hygiene products in boys' bathrooms?
You saying boys, but what about men's bathrooms?
Is it just
even there? Now, if it's a unisex bathroom, I'm cool.
Okay, so there are laws now related to bathrooms that all bathrooms are for everybody.
Not every, no.
Yes.
There are some places.
No. In Illinois, you can use any bathroom that you want to use.
By law.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine, but that don't mean you get the hang up note.
I didn't think about this until Izwiz had that commercial on where it was like not just women bleed. And it was former women born.
Okay, y'all making
who identify as a man. So they look like a man, but they still menstruate.
Okay.
And it occurred to me. So for them,
we are making the exception normal. We are. I feel like I'm in bizarro world.
A pad and a tampon?
Why does it need to be in the men's bathroom?
Because women have menstrual cycles.
Not in the men's bathroom.
You can use whatever bathroom you want.
But if you go into the men's, you should recognize that
I should have options. If you as a man don't need it or don't want to use it, then leave it alone. Why don't touch it?
leave
it
in there
alone.
and take the toilet paper.
What you gonna do? Open them all up because you mad?
Soap,
throw them in the garbage and protest. Pour water on them.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay.
Case, like, hey,
so let me ask a question. So if you go to an all boys school, it's mandated that at an all boys school.
Yes, because maybe a teacher needs to use the bathroom.
That's why
the
teachers don't use the students. The teachers don't use the students' bathroom.
But maybe they need to because they're having an emergency because their menstrual cycle started and they need access to a sanitary item.
Hey, we reaching.
I think we reaching.
Y'all because y'all have never had a period. Y'all have never had a menstrual cycle.
Have you ever?
Y'all have never had a menstrual cycle.
And that's why I use the men's bathroom. That's why we have stand-up toilets. That's why we have urinals.
So access to an item like that in times where you have an emergency related to your menstrual cycle can sometimes be critical.
I can see if there's one bathroom. If there are two bathrooms, if there is a male and a female bathroom, that is just the ultimate invasion of privacy to me. Like, is there nothing sacred?
If you don't need it, don't grab one.
Put it in the middle. Put them in the hallway. Put it in the middle. Put it in the hallway, in between.
No. Society has shamed women for having periods.
Wow.
That's embarrassing.
That's the same thing.
No.
Okay. Y'all, okay. Could
items.
somebody please
When
call?
you're 11,
Is there anybody on the phone line? Is there? Please, can somebody please call Frank? Women, men, somebody please call me and let me know I'm not crazy. Okay. And can I say, yeah.
Reaching.
I feel like we're reaching. I was gonna say, I used to have to take my daughter to the bathroom, right? And I get the baby thing in the bathroom. I'm 100% cool with the baby thing in the bathroom. I'm 100% as far as trying to accommodate people equally in their spaces for the requisite things that they need in their space, right? So if men require Viagra in their bathrooms, I don't think you put that in women's bathrooms.
Okay, so hold on. Wait. You cannot equate.
Okay, I give you.
You cannot equate.
I got you.
Erection issues with a menstruation cycle. Now I can see how you can make the connection. But stop. Now y'all reaching. Now you reaching.
I agree with that.
Now what is an item that men need access to for something that happens regularly to them as a normal part of their body system?
A muzzle.
I mean, can y'all think of anything? I'm sitting here trying to think. Like, is there anything that y'all maybe like? What is it?
No, I don't think. I mean, I think I'm pretty well equipped. As long as you got toilet paper,
that's it.
I'm pretty well equipped. And I think again, I feel like. So, do you agree with the end of male and female bathrooms? Should everybody just should there just be unisex bathrooms and there is no division? And even from the time that you are in kindergarten, you just used to going into the bathroom with the boys and girls. Is that a puritanical thing? Right? Like maybe I've come to the point where, we don't care if boys and girls explore look at the differences. Maybe I'm just gone. But I recognize that the world has changed so much. But I just don't know what the reason, if you put a male on the bathroom, if you put the male signal on the bathroom, right? The man, not the one with the skirt, the man. And we just established that the only thing men really need in the bathroom is toilet paper. Why create the extra mess even? Jesus. And having been a janitor, men already got enough issues in the men's bathroom to be adding that element to it. Because I'm just telling you, them bathrooms. And so anyway, I'll open up the phone lines. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Y'all have really essentially made me feel crazy. I was like, everybody thinks this is stupid. And I'm like, apparently not. 872-259-7474. Open up the line. Who's on there? Frank, what's up, brother Frank? Talk to me, man.
Oh, good morning to everyone. Woo! Thank God, Sonia, you back. Brother Reese was holding down the fort and the run. So, Sonia, you know, if Todd is Patty Brown who we love, you know, you got to be our peppermint patty. Because Ruthie is definitely Lucy and May is definitely Linus. So we miss you, girl. We glad you're back. Brother May, you know what I'm saying? I'm totally on your side on this one. I'm sorry, Ruthie. I can't roll with you on this one. This feminine hygiene products in the men's bathroom, the bad far outweigh the good. And I'm going to tell you why. Little nuisance boys are going to be little nuisance boys. Even those who are not nuisance going to turn to nuisance. They're going to be taking these tampons and teasing women with them. Insulting women. Y'all saw that movie Carrie, the way she got there when she came on her period and didn't know what was going on. Them girls even attacked her with them. There's going to be theft galore. You know what I'm saying? These women taking things on their sisters, their mamas, their aunties, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even in college, there's no reason to put feminine hygiene products in the men's bathroom. Even if it's unisex. That female going to them boys see her getting a tampon, she's going to get teased throughout the rest of the day. This does not make no sense whatsoever. I'm sorry, I love you, but I can't go with you on this one. This is absolutely ridiculous. Total waste of money. Anyone who believes it, and if you, at first I'm leaning towards it because the LGBTQ status would be the spot who's who. But you know what I'm saying? If you LGBTQ and you are really a woman, when you need one of them, go into the women's bathroom. Don't come into the boys' bathroom. Go into the women's bathroom and get it. Even if you sit the little box outside the bathroom, in the hallway where everyone can see, you go get one of them tampon female, you're going to get teased all day long. All this, they may even take one to your back and they pat you in the back. Tie swing to you. Doing the as you walking past. This is ridiculous. Boys are going to be boys. I can't roll with it. Thank you, guys. Welcome back, Sonia.
Thanks, Brother Frank. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
He made me change my view, though.
Oh, no!
Like, he actually, after listening, because I can understand it now.
I can't.
Why would they put it in that? Because sometimes, you know, like, girls be like guys, but they, you know, want to be preferred to. So if they going into, like, the guy's bathroom, but they haven't had the complete sex change, then they might need a tampon. I can see that. I can see it. I can see it now. I can see it now. I can see it. If you are in that transformation, so like, do you go into a girl's bathroom if you ideal as a boy? Okay, man.
I'm going to tell y'all what. We going to take a quick break. We going to come back. Can somebody please call this phone line, 872-259-7474. Feminine hygiene products in the boys' bathroom. I mean, really.
Normalize menstruation.
You can. Teach them about it in class, but don't
normalize menstruation. How we going to... Yeah, the boys gonna be teasing hopefully young boys grow up in this generation that with the idea that sanitary items are just a normal part of everyday life.
I think that they can do all of that without having them in the men's or boys' bathrooms.
Do you guys know how tampons work?
I'm not really.
Have you ever seen it? Like,
yep. I seen them. I looked in the box when I was a kid one time.
No,
but
I mean like how.
I know, and it's. I mean, we can have a class. That's why we give y'all a class. That's again, Maze Jackson show. We'll talk about it when we come back. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I should have knew Reese was going to sell me out too. It's all right. Shout out to the men in the building who want to eat steak. And we'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
Motivated by the days, the sandwiches of spam. Grilled cheese won't stop me from grilling those who are stealing the peace and safety of the community, because they releasing death and destruction on the community. A community where the people look like me and them. A place where mama and them stay. Not too far from where their children stay. You right. I want a peaceful neighborhood, and I'm not moving to the suburbs to have a peaceful neighborhood. Do we really have to take this, acting like we don't recognize this, still cooperate with this? You know what? The hell with this. Ram me behind a mic that shake like a middle finger. Pointing straight up with my middle finger to any poor politician, dealer of death, crooked cop, or lazy parent. It's apparent to create change, you have to have a work ethic that make it seem like you lost your brain, standing out like the Willis Tower. It's a brother that represents dedication, discipline, and dream reaching, accompanied by a voice called power. Who rhyming harder than a rebel with the pen? Representing the city of Point Guards is an extra large MC who rhymes always on point, always rhyming with a point behind the flow. One of my students said the rhyme so hard we should stop calling it flow. Let me tell you something else before I go. I was born to stand tall. I was born in Chicago.
That is Brother William Morris. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Chicago, homegrown. Every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
I can see it in your eyes. You've been hurt way too many times, baby. And if I'm being honest, yeah, I can tell, girl, that you want this, yeah, but I can only wait for so long, girl. Giving us both some space so we can see, but don't make this too hard, yeah, 'cause I still want you right next to me, girl, it's plain to see, yeah, don't play with it. Baby, life's too short, gotta make a decision, yeah. It's time to make up your mind, girl. You gotta make up your mind, girl. You don't have to say a word, the writing's all over your face, yeah. You don't have to hurt no more, just give me your love, you don't hold back and let it go. But I'ma only wait for so long, girl. Giving us both some space so we can see, but don't make this too hard, yeah. 'Cause I still want you right next to me, girl, it's plain to see, yeah. Oh, baby, life's too short, gotta make a decision, yeah. It's time to make up your mind, girl. You gotta make up your mind, girl.
WIIFTBP.
Good morning, Chicago, and what's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:08, and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland sports, weather, and traffic update. In sports, Kyle Hendricks in the pitch 6 engine struck out 4 as the Cubs win behind a Wilson Contreras 2-run home run in the 5th that put them up 4-3. Cubs and the Padres back in action today at 1:20 at Wrigley. Go Cubbies. White Sox lose 6-5 as they fall to the Cleveland Indians. They are back in action today at 12:10 in Indiana against the Cleveland Indians again. Lynn gets the start with his 6-1 record. Well, on to basketball in the playoff. Brooklyn Nets finished the job as they beat the Boston Celtics in 5 games behind James Harden triple-double, 123-109. In Denver, it took not 1 but 2 overtimes in Mile High as the Denver take a 3-2 lead over the Trailblazers, 147-140 in double overtime. In Phoenix, without AD, the Lakers look lost as they are 1 game away from elimination as they lose to the Phoenix Suns in a rout 115-85. Suns are now up in the series 3-2 as it shifts back to LA. Lakers are looking for answers. Now on the traffic, on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 42 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare, 22. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 51. Outbound, Exchange to Deerfield, 27. Eisenhower, inbound from Thorndale to the Loop, up to 41. Back to Thorndale, just 28. On the Stevenson, inbound to the Dan Ryan, 43 minutes. Bishop Ford, inbound to Dan Ryan, 30. Dan Ryan, 15 minutes to the Loop, 11 minutes back to 95th. Today's weather, it is currently 58 degrees. Today will be sunny with a high of 75 and a low of 57. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now back to Mays Jackson Show.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in it for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie Moore. I got Sonia Escobar, Reese the Ruler sitting there. He still don't get to talk, though. We don't be talking. Because he already disagreed with me, too. Yeah, no, he turned his mic off. I didn't want to hear it no more. He came in, sold out the brothers. Ruthie get in here corrupting people.
No,
the millennials teamed up on me.
He changed his view because of a family member.
Yeah. Like I could after he
see,
said,
is his mic on? See, there you go.
I can really understand it. And just, you know what, man? Forget it, man. Put it in there. It ain't no harm. It ain't your bad, though. You know, you go in there and be like, man, you know, I come to this Bond restaurant. Oh my God, they got tampons in the Bay. Let's go, Bay. like for real. Just come on, be like, oh man, okay.
It's not even sport.
You know, like it's cool, but I can get it, man. To avoid any drama with anybody, just put it in there, make everybody happy, and keep it moving.
Okay. I don't necessarily feel that way, so I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Let's go to the caller. Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Thoughts on should we have feminine hygiene products in the boys' bathrooms? Caller?
Hey, look, guys. Bathrooms aren't usually designated by gender. I mean, when you rent my house, you don't say I want a male or whatever. I think the products, the female products in the bathroom, every bathroom is okay. If that doesn't apply to you, you're not even going to notice it. Don't use it. Don't get so structured in your thinking. It's kind of interesting, when Ruthie mentioned, somebody else might have to use the opposite sex bathroom or restroom. It's possible. Sometimes I've had an ache in my stomach, and once I had to go into what was designated the female bathroom, and it was a university. I was surprised. There's a little difference, but then it probably has to do with where you're at. I went into the restroom and there were couches, but I think every bathroom is basically the same. So it is. I think it's just out of the box to think that stuff like restrooms are just eternally designated by gender. Think about it. It's if it doesn't apply to you, don't even think about it. Don't use it.
All right, caller. I appreciate your thoughts. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Ruthie says it's a win for women.
Mm-hmm. How did they find out about the couches, though?
Nah, I mean, the women's bathrooms be cranked. They got a lounge. I remember when I used to go to Metropolitan, the women's bathroom, like you go to the men's bathroom, it was 2 stalls. The joint was falling down. You go to the women's bathroom, they had a couch in a little lobby. Then they had a whole nother little area, and then they had their little. I would say that the bathrooms at home are unisex. So I guess my question now is, should gender even make a difference?
Okay, is that the real topic, or is it about feminine hygiene products?
Well, I'm saying
because those are two totally different things. So, is that what you want to talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about both. But I think you can merge them.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
and that's that right there is, I think, the difference between how I think about it and how you think about it.
It is. I'm suggesting that if both bathrooms are equipped the same, right?
If both bathrooms are equipped the same, then both of them will have access to feminine hygiene products.
Okay, so should we put urinals in women's bathrooms?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
So and so there's my point.
And the Viagra machines. What else? What else do y'all want?
Take the Viagra machine out. And that's my point on the gender. And I would say gender in bathrooms. I'm gonna say that the caller made a very viable point. In my house, I'm sure there are products. I don't think I ever see them. Shout out to my wife. Not that I would be like, oh my God, there's these in my bathroom. I really wouldn't. I think the caller had a viable point. But at the house then, there is no label, there is no Maze and carry bathroom and we have to use everything. So I'm cool with that. But I'm suggesting that if that be the case, should we just take all of that out of the mix? Like, should we just say bathrooms? Like, should there not be a male and a female? What is even the purpose of having gender-based bathrooms if everything is necessary for everybody? And I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm saying, essentially, the bathroom is to accommodate everyone. The only reason that it is separate is probably because of preconceived notions 50 years ago. Those are all going away. So instead of showing up and saying, okay, we're going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to go to the airport, and when I get off, there's, you know how it's split and you go to one and you just say, there is the bathroom. And there are stalls and there are urinals and there is the wall of everything. I'm suggesting that makes sense.
So check this out. So now it's a man in the woman's bathroom. Now they put a tampon machine in the man's bathroom. Now you don't like it now. So now you come back next week and they took the signs off men and just put bathroom. Now it's the same bathroom. They just took the sign off and that's okay for you.
I'm saying that I just listened to the caller.
Yeah.
Right? I'm saying that the caller made sense. Yeah. The caller, there are tampons in my bathrooms at home. Somewhere. I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere. And the same thing in the bathroom. It's in a box. I don't see the box. I don't see what happens with the box. It's just my imagination. So now I'm suggesting that at that point, if we are accommodating the bathrooms on one side, why not make them accommodating for everybody? So again, I'm saying if you choose to use the row of stalls, you can use the row of stalls. If you choose to use the row of urinals, you can use the row of urinals. There is no distinction. There is one wall. You get behind it. What you do in that stall is between you, and what you do in that urinal is between you and you. I could actually, because there are restaurants literally in Chicago where you go to now, and it's like there's a glass wall, like a frosted glass wall. You go behind it, and then there's a row of bathrooms, and you just go in. Mm-hmm. I'm not.
I would bring my little brothers into the female bathroom,
and I would say I've brought my daughter to the male's bathroom. So
you don't want that thing in there. That thing stink. Trust me. You don't want that.
Okay, so
you don't want
hold
that
on.
thing in there.
So
we would make it pretty.
I'm suggesting that's not that normalize that.
I don't know how that works.
That's normalize it.
Come on.
So is that a viable solution? Should we remove gender from bathrooms? I'm not saying gender in world. I'm saying just in bathrooms.
That's okay, but we don't have to say, all right, now, because y'all putting tampons in there, I want to lick back and put urinals in there. Like, just, all right, it's a man's bath. It's just a bathroom now. So
we're
just take the labels off.
We're talking about schools right now, right? They're talking about schools.
Well, I was talking about schools.
Okay, because as an educator, I've seen some of my students transition. So,
as children?
Well, I deal with high school students, so.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm not up. I ain't gonna knock it. I ain't up.
It's a different world. And you thought you saw it way back in the day, but it's a different world now.
And as we continue to have these conversations, and so Salim talks about this too, that there at a certain point there's gonna be less need for gender-based stuff. I feel like this is that. I feel like I grew up a way, right? I'm not mad at how I grew up. I feel like it led me to where I am now, which I'm somewhat pleased with. I think on its face, I probably am super shocked at the concept of that machine is not going to hurt me. It just feels like one more step in the slow migration away from gender. Your opinion now is very much different from I think of young men when I grew up. Right? You reach for that machine, you got an issue, dog. You're gonna wear that through the rest of but I also recognize that young people are different. I just don't know how early you start, and I don't know. Sometimes I just don't recognize the world that we live in, and I'm not knocking it per se. It's just very different from what I knew growing up. Byron, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Byron, you are on the Maze Jackson Show.
Good morning, Maze. Byron.
Good morning.
Hey, I got two angles from this thing. First of all, if you were to take a poll about having that stuff in the bathroom, what do you think people would say?
I think it would be based on. I think it would be based on their age.
What is that stuff?
Man, it's called lobbyists. The black representatives are cowards, and nobody most people in the black community did not want them to have their gay marriage. If you took a poll of black folks, did not believe in that gay marriage stuff. 70%. The lobbyists come in with the LGBT and force those black representatives to do what they want them to do. Right? You know it, Maze. You're a lobbyist. It's all about a lobbyist. Black folks, that's not the first thing black folks think about, the bathroom and tampons. You know it. You can't say it, Maze. You struggle with all these issues. It's stupid. You know it's stupid. I believe in that Frank guy. It's stupid, but you don't want to say it. It's a lobbyist voting for this stuff. That's not even on our radar. Our radar is jobs, money, economics. That's the last thing on our mind, Maze. You know it. Why can't you just say it? Break down and say it.
So let me say this. I don't think it's lobbyists per se. I think it is a well thought out agenda that has been steadily marching forward incrementally. It's kind of why I always say to you all, we need to pass a piece of legislation every year and start moving, right? Because, again, 15 years ago, this would have been unfathomable, right? Like, you probably, but same way like with the death penalty with all this thing. So I'm telling you, but there's incremental change that happens. And then when you look up, there's this whole new way of seeing things. I am going to say that this, I can recall 3 years ago having this debate about them forcing restaurants in North Carolina to have a third bathroom to accommodate transgender people. So it was, and I was kind of fought on that, right? And then I was like, okay, what's the problem what's the issue in having a third bathroom, right? Now we're at the point where we're no longer in adult space. We're now in school space. I think Ruthie has a very real point on the normalization of menstruation, right?
The social media question of the day is, should we have feminine hygiene products in boys' bathrooms?
Okay.
That's the question.
But the question moves all day, all the time. It always moves. And I'm thinking it goes into a deeper conversation. Now, there was legislation that was passed that now says, and I would say that if you look at this argument 10 years ago would not have had the standing without the incremental move of legislation. I've already conceded. First of all, it's nothing even, this is a discussion. It's already done. It ain't like I'm not organizing a protest against it, but I am having a conversation about it because I truly feel like it's like the ocean. It's like it just carves over time. I never in my life, I would tell you that I would never have expected that this would even be a debate. Not even a fight, not even the concept of it. Listening to the two of you all, I am clear that the world is different.
Accepting, like we just accepting people now. If that's what you want to do and that's who you want to be on, it ain't none of my business, Like, and I just believe, and I grew up around when we picked with the gay guy, when we harassed like somebody for something, and that's really what it is. Like, if you can't really, because, like you said, I think the LGBT community actually. That's the main reason, so we don't discriminate over people. So you just put it in there, like the guy said, they changed it, And that's the reason why you just said forget it and just put it in there. It ain't hurting nobody. And like you're right, we are changing. 15 years ago, it might would have been a debate. 20 years ago, it would have been hell no, none of that. But I just think we changed and we evolving, and people just don't care.
And what I would say is that I think that there is, it's interesting. Let's go to the phone lines. Katie, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hello?
Good morning, Katie. How are you?
Oh, good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
I am so tired of the...
Go ahead.
I'm so tired of the white... I am very tired of the white, gay, et cetera, leading us down, leading our lives and telling us what to do. I don't know what to do. You know, people should check out Bug Breaking. I really don't want... When I go out to listen to some music, a symphony orchestra, and I go to a washroom, I really don't want to see any urinals in the washroom. They don't have to put any sanitary napkins in the men's washroom. How come we can't have different facilities and respect that? We are different. You know, we are different. You know, we have, it's gays and all that. I respect all of them. Let them live their lives. But I'm tired of the white such and such telling us what to do. I'm just tired of it. Check out the movie Bug Breaking. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Here's what I would say. What I would say is to our younger audience, this is different. I recognize that the world is changing, but I also think that I don't necessarily think that all change is good. I don't know how these. I'm gonna say this. The caller kind of beat me with the bathroom at my house. I like honestly, like that rationale was probably from anybody talking, anybody saying whatever. That made the most sense to me. But I am concerned, and I will continue to say that I feel like there is a broader movement that does not seek black masculinity. Now, this affects everyone. I think it disproportionately affects our community. Oh no. Just interesting thought, interesting conversation.
What identifies you as masculine?
To you? I mean, what do you mean?
I'm just asking, like, what is masculine? Like, what identifies as masculine?
That goes into a whole long thing.
So, how does that
that goes into a whole long thing, Reese, and that's my show, right? So we not taking it there today. That y'all want to do what is black masculinity and all that stuff. Do it at 3. I'm not going there today. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back. When we come back, we're going to continue. Actually, we're going to talk about the black choices, because I don't know if you all saw the mayor try to shortcut the black caucus today or yesterday, tried to lower the threshold to change the electoral maps. What happens in that case is that essentially the power play is going down right now. We talked about incremental change. 10 years seems like a long time, but it's a short amount of time. We're going to talk about what's happening in city council. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back. If you are tuned in, you check us on WBGX 1570 AM. You got us for about another half hour. It's Maze and Sonia and Ruthie. And how is Reese talking during the show? I thought he was doing traffic, news, and weather. Now he's trying to drive the bus. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Hey, sunshines. If you didn't catch the last page in the Book of Dawn, here's what you missed. So you found that, but you also, during those times, made a conscious decision to create a base for yourself outside of the Isleys or the great artists that you tour with. And from that, the Mo Fitz Project was born. Can you tell us how and why you did the Mo Fitz Project?
Let me tell you something. I had been touring since I was 17. And what happened was your girl Eve was doing different events around town. Mm-hmm. And I remember It's right on 47th Street.
Yeah, I think it was Blue 47.
Yeah, one of those spots. So Eve was doing something with them. So they were like, we're hiring bands. I was like, I'm going to put something together and go play locally. Let me do that. And through that situation from Eve, the Mo Fish project was birthed. I was like, oh, okay, this would be great to actually come home and put quality guys together and make music locally outside of the touring. I just found another joy in it. And crazy, remember Terrence Kane came up with the Mo Fish.
Oh, did TK?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Please, Terrence was like, you need to call it the Mo Fitz, Ruthie. Mo Fitz. Use your name. This is how that name came about. It was Terrence Kane and my girl Each Bridgeworth. She was the launching pad for that. And then she would hire me to do different events. And she started hiring me to do weddings and stuff she was doing. And then it just kind of birthed into that.
Don't forget to tune in weekdays, 9 a.m. to the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Roll Tide, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:34 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland sports, weather, and traffic update. In sports, Cubs win behind the Wilson Cadrell 2-run home run in the fifth that put them up 4-3 against the Padres. Cubs-Padres 1:20 p.m. today at Wrigley. White Sox fall short 6-5 as they lose to the Cleveland Indians. They are back in action today against the Cleveland Indians at 12:10. In Cleveland. Lynn, 6-1, gets the start. In basketball, the Brooklyn Nets finish off the Boston Celtics in 5. James Harden had a triple-double with the score 123-109. In Denver, double OT as they played against Portland and took a 3-2 lead in a 147-140 double overtime victory. In Phoenix, the Lakers lose big, 115-85 against the Suns. Suns are now up 1 game away from closing out the series. In traffic, on the Kennedy, 63 minutes from O'Hare to the Loop. Outbound to O'Hare, 26 minutes. Eating to Deerfield, 27 minutes. From Deerfield to this change, 51 minutes. Eisenhower's inbound from Thorndale to the Loop, 53 minutes. Back out to Thorndale, 35. Stevenson inbound from the Dan Ryan, 47. Bishop Ford inbound to the Dan Ryan, 38. Dan Ryan, 18 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes back to 95th. It is currently in the weather, 58 degrees. Today will be sunny with a high of 75 and a low of 57. Now, back to the Mays Jackson Show.
WIIFTBP. I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's in It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Mays Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Mays Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are listening to the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie Moore in the building, Sonia Escobar, and on the traffic, sports, and weather, it's DJ Reese the Ruler. Hey, y'all, check this out real quick. I don't know if you saw in the paper today, but Mayor Lori Lightfoot tries to lower the remap requirements. What is lowering the remap requirements? Well, in case you don't know, it takes 10 votes. 10 votes against the map, and if you don't get 10 votes, if 10 of the 50 aldermen vote against the map, then it goes to a public referendum which means that that the citizens vote on the map. Now, it's important to understand. It's important to understand what actually happened, which is 10 years ago. Let me back up. 10 years ago, there was a battle over the legislative maps, the remap process. You know, the remaps come every 10 years. And in that process, there is what they call reapportionment, and each ward there's supposed to be right now there are 18 black supermajority wards. They're supposed to be supermajority wards. But what is happening now is that the mayor, let me back up, 18 wards that are supermajority black. The mayor tried to pull a maneuver in Springfield to lower the threshold from 41 votes to 26 votes. And essentially what she wanted to do was to change how many people it took to approve a ward map. Now, why is this important? Because we are in the midst of a population shift, and the 10-year deal is up. If you all remember, I told you 10 years ago, we were supposed to lose, according to the census population, we were supposed to lose between 2 and 3 black wards. It's part of why I've been talking about this population and the count, and why this census fight was such an important fight. Because over in 10 years ago, Speaker Madigan cut a deal with the Latino community that had a whole plethora of incentives to stop them from trying to take black districts and wards. Part of that was they got $100 million for those Latino schools, which then increased the population in those areas, because what happens when you build good schools? More people come and live in those areas. And so what you found happening over the last 10 years is that 10-year deal, which everybody said, okay, we'll give you all everything you want to build the infrastructure in your communities. That deal is expired, and now the Latino community is saying, we got the numbers, and we want those wards back. Now, you got to pay attention to the fact that not those wards back. We want more increased representation in the city council. And where does that usually come from? It don't come from the declining white population. Over the last 10 years, you notice how much marketing has been done about the decline of the black population, which now sets up the stage for us to now be forced to give up wards. One of the biggest powers that you've heard from most of the black aldermen this last election cycle is they don't want to fight the mayor because she has the power to veto the map. Well, apparently, she may not have as much power as she thought. And so what she decided to do was to try to pull a move in Springfield, one of Ruthie's infamous legal, what do you call those legal maneuvers and those parliamentary moves that they try to make, and went downstate and tried to pass a law that said instead of 10 no votes, instead of needing 41 votes to pass the map, she only needed 26, which means simple majority. Now, we can look at the vote all of the recent votes she's had, she ain't there if it's 10 votes, she knows she ain't got 10 votes. She can lose 10 votes without a heartbeat. So what she tried to do was go down to Springfield and change the law so she could get 26. Now, the other important part is that you have to pay attention to is the fact that she now has enemies in the city council. And so in the remap process, very often the mayor in a powerful position, if they can approve the map, then remap their enemies out of their wards. Perfect case example, Bob Fioretti. I don't know if you all remember, but the second ward used to be on the south side. Bob Fioretti was an enemy of the mayor, so when they did the remap, they moved the second ward all the way to the north side. So essentially, he had to move from his house, move into a new ward where he didn't know anybody, and try and run. Essentially moving him out and ushering the way for Brian Hopkins, who was the chief of staff of Bill Daley from the 11th ward. See how they did that? Chess moves. So when you see the mayor then go to Springfield and make a move to try and lower the threshold, you know who told us about it, right? My best friend in my head, Alderman Jeanette Taylor. Alderman Jeanette Taylor said the mayor went down to Springfield to try and make her, because right now the Latinos are looking for 2 more wards. And instead of forcing them to go get the wards where there are white people representing, go get Ed Burke's ward. Go get the 11th ward. Go get the white wards. What the plan is to take the 15th ward and the 20th ward and give those to the Latinos. How do you do that? By remapping them and packing their wards with Latinos, so that when the election comes back again, they won't be able to run. The Latino can run in that space and won. You saw that happen with Alderman Ray Lopez in the 15th ward. But now as you look at this, you look at now the Latino representation coming across the Dan Ryan. We are not giving up Inglewood, right? If you sacrifice Stephanie Coleman, then you're giving up Inglewood, even as they just didn't you just see them offer to do $500 million in housing 2 weeks ago that they're building in Inglewood, even as the same time as they're pushing us out. Y'all, it's happening in front of our faces. So let me show you how this works. It starts with the Office of New Americans. Remember the plan? Where they talked about they were going to cut down all the roles and make it easier for Latinos to do business in the city of Chicago. And they got together with 15 immigrant organizations and said, we're going to make it easy. We're going to make this the most welcoming city in the country. And then they laid out the plan. It starts there. Now, I want y'all to understand this all was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. In exchange for telling the Latinos, we'll stand down and we won't try and take the black wards, what we're going to do is we'll give you $100 million plus benefits and incentives to build up your infrastructure. Remember them 10 Uno schools? Remember? And then you saw Aspira go up north. Now, what you have to understand is the reason Latinos use the schools were so important is because that was their anchor. What does that do? What will parents fight? Every parent will fight for their kids. So now they have 10 bases of schools with 500 kids that they can, each one of those schools, each kid represents 2 people, but now they become a population force. At the same time, we see Chicago offer up the city key card, right? Which then becomes the passport for undocumented immigrants to come to Chicago and be able to participate as citizens outside of the network. Then what you see happen is you start to see, as we start to come out of our power positions, Latinos start to replace us. Right? This is all over a 10 year, but you got to watch it in, this is like a speeded up time-lapse photography. So 10 years ago, we was fighting and grumbling about will we be able to keep our wards? We kept our wards. We thought they were, the speaker and Victor and everybody was applauded for making sure that they protected it. But what they just did was lay down a 10-year plan. They said you can try and fight and die on the Hill for 2, or you can take this money, build your infrastructure, and then come back. Now you see Mayor Lori Lightfoot doubling down on making this the most welcoming immigrant city. That we are seeing now that they won't pass laws unless it includes rights for undocumented immigrants. Why is that important? Because the undocumented immigrants count towards your number when you're deciding your representation. So when we were saying, hey man, only count the citizens because you black are a citizen. Well, now all of your benefits as a citizen now become compromised because you are diluting the system. And so now what you see is the mayor choosing her side. Now, this is what I think y'all got to recognize. The mayor is the perfect foil to destroy Black Chicago. She is the perfect foil to usher in all of these changes. She has pivoted everything towards immigration, undocumented immigrants. She's placed her bet there. She said that none of her programs were effective until she went to that space. Now you see her making moves in Springfield to be in a position to undercut black aldermen and legislators and not allow us to work out our own deal. Because she has the ability with the pen. So y'all, I got to ask us, how do we prepare for this? Like, I feel like it's happening right now and nobody really gets it. But I'm going to tell you, the most sacred cow of all the aldermen is the ward map. Now, do y'all understand the importance of the ward map and how this works? So check it out. There's 18 black wards, quote unquote. Those wards have upwards of 65% black population, allowing the black person to have the advantage in running in that space based on race. Okay. Well, now what the goal is to bring that to say that the black population has left, bring that number down from 50,000 to let's say not for the 65% to 40%. And then with that 40%, then you're able to bring in your own aldermanic candidate that matches the race. Now, if you put a Gonzalez versus a Washington in a 60-40 black ward, Washington wins. Flip it though.
Flip it by drawing the line and remapping it
and making
to include more Latino population.
Yes. So imagine if now they're drawing. If they come across the Dan Ryan and they go into places like the 5th ward, the 6th ward. Like right now, they come up to the Dan Ryan at the Inglewood point, but they really don't cross over. They go east. They're way east, but we've got that kind of that black strip. This new map, if done the way it seems, would bring them all the way over to somewhere in the Cottage Grove area. Can you imagine Cottage Grove being represented by a Latino?
No.
Guess what? Now, here's the other part. The question now becomes, will the aldermen who have been so used to standing with the mayor sacrifice those 2 other aldermen? And the 2 aldermen that they're suggesting are being sacrificed right now are Stephanie Coleman and Jeanette Taylor, right?
2 people that speak out against the mayor.
Exactly.
I don't understand the maneuver in Springfield and what's the connection with Michelle Harris?
So here's the deal. They got caught. So Springfield, they was trying to sneak something through in Springfield that would have changed the number.
Okay.
Right? That would have
sneak through meaning in
they tried
secrecy.
to put it in a bill. And nobody, if you don't read the bill, you don't realize that it's going to change the vote.
Do you know what bill it was?
I don't. I'll find out though.
Okay.
So essentially what happened was they put language in a bill that said that to approve a map, and now all legislators are watching all map conversations because it's going to affect their local elections, etc. Somebody in Springfield sees it and calls the alderman and says, hey, yo, the mayor is trying to dilute your power by saying that it's not 10 votes to approve the map. You can't lose 10, you got to lose 24.
Okay.
Right? So she with 26 votes, which she has, she ain't got 40.
Okay.
They say hold it, and they stop the bill and they stop it from happening. Well, once they find out it happens and the mayor finds out that they know, she then sends Michelle Harris to call everybody up and say, y'all know we was just trying to protect. And I just want to let you know because you undermine the confidence. Now your floor leader has been potentially part of the undermining of black power. Now what you got to start watching is, here's the language. How many black people are going to start parroting that we've lost numbers and we should be prepared to give up? Again, that's a weak position to me for us to even enter in the game with. We'd be like, man, take it from the white people. Why we got to lose?
Hold on, wait. Because at first I wasn't appalled, but now I'm appalled. But I want to make sure I'm appalled at the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Be appalled, right?
I'm okay.
So black folks should not be talking about our population loss. Right? So what you're finding is, okay, ultimately I believe that there will be a compromise. There's going to have to be a compromise. Let's just say that because we've allowed this process to be so erosive that we've given a lot of space to the Latino community to make claims. I do not believe that we should enter the remap process prepared to give up anything. Right? And what you're now starting to see is people trying to couch their desire, their already willingness to lay down by saying, well, we have had significant population losses. To me, you don't go into any negotiation admitting weakness. And the fact that you're going in admitting weakness oftentimes makes me say that you're willing to compromise our power up front. Now, to me, there are plenty of white people in this world, in this war, in this city, who that power can be taken from. Black people should not be at the forefront of giving up anything. If anybody got to give up something, it needs to be the white people. I cannot believe that the mayor went to Springfield and tried to undercut the process to allow our power to be taken. Well, I can believe it, and that's why I think she's the perfect foil for us, because you can, at the point in which she has nothing to lose. Remember how I told you you was mad at the people who picked on you as a kid 20 years ago, and here goes another chance to pay us back. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. There's a lot of people that are tuning in to us on WBGX 1570 AM. If you would like to continue this conversation, we got more conversations. We're going to be talking to State Senator Rickey Hendon. Join us on Facebook Live. You can go to the Maze Jackson page, or you can go to YouTube, the Maze Jackson page, and we have a What's in It for the WIIFTBP Media page on YouTube. I got to start getting y'all to subscribe to that, as well as WIIFTBP Media, as well as you can get us on Twitch and Periscope. But I want to encourage everyone that is tuned in with us on WBGX 1570 AM. Join us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Periscope, because the conversation will continue to 9. Let me tell you, you can also give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Hey, Ruthie, did you see that thing about the mayor when she said in them emails? I really think we need to get the Ruthie report on the emails, but did you see the story about the mayor? Did we talk about her blaming the judges?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we did the judges. Dang, there's another one, though. Them emails just keep on telling.
We're talking about the emails now?
You
the
missed
ones
that.
had got hacked?
Oh, man. Man. Let me just tell you what. You remember the rumor mill that was cracking that one time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just tell you, that rumor mill, this is the crescendo. It's going to build up to a crescendo. This ain't the crescendo, but it's building up. I feel like every day, it's like every day, it just be like a little story in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, emails reveal. She like, what? And did you see? I meant to ask y'all though. Y'all saw that David Brown went back to blaming the judges again. Yesterday he came out. The emails came out.
David doing?
He was at the drum. He was on the drum line the other day. He was getting his kick it on the drum line. That's what stopped the violence in Chicago. Yeah. Do you be watching Chicago tonight?
Sometimes.
Did you watch it yesterday?
Mm-mm.
How can I ask a question? How do Latinos get rich off black people getting shot? How is some days, I be like, how do they pick these people?
Somebody got to receive the funds.
If black death is a hustle,
I feel like, just from my observation, that black people have a problem with other black people getting money. And that goes from the grant funds to the PPE to them hitting the lottery. Black people don't want to see other black people get money. And they will actively do things to stop other black people from getting money. And it's very, 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 very sad. And it's just like my grandma used to say, the dog barking on top of the haystack. Can't eat the hay, but don't want the cows to get it. Now we all gonna starve. And I believe part of it is because black people sometimes do get the bag and they do bounce. So there's a lack of trust. So we don't want to see nobody get no money, even if it ain't even our money.
You setting it up for, you must knew Rickey Hendon was coming.
It's just sad. I mean, I even see people actively lobbying against people to get grant funding. Like, can we start, we just don't want to see each other get money. And honestly, the legislators don't want to bless the business people. The business people don't want to bless the legislators. Nobody want to see nobody get no money.
I want y'all all to get money. Hey, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. If you've been tuning in on WBGX 1570, come join us on on the Mace Jackson page on What's in It for the Black People Media, or on Twitch and on Periscope. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Broken screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at RPC.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Saturday, June 19th, 2021. Grab the family and join the Woodlawn for the second annual Juneteenth block party. Join the Woodlawn team for a day of vendors, activities, DJs, live music and broadcasts, rooftop experiences, and much more. Vendor space is still available. For tickets and more information, please visit www.thewoodlawn1200.com. That's www.thewoodlawn1200.com. We do this for the culture.
All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten us. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. And that you got my love, now you wanna put me down. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What about it, baby? What about the days and the nights we spent? What about the love we made so sweet? Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, baby. 'Cause girl, I believe. I think you just might wanna change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky What kind of way is that to treat your man? When I gave all that I never had, you got me going through changes of life with you. your hands together. Put your hands together. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Really wish you would change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Now that you got my love, you don't come around. Now that you got all my love, yeah, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my, I had a conversation with her. This is how it went. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Oh, Lord have mercy. 'Cause I need you and you need me. I know we can be happy. Just wait and see. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'll do better if you change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Baby, won't you change your mind? Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no, I've been hoping, baby. I've been praying, baby. Yes, I have. Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no. I've been hoping, baby. Yeah. I've been praying down on my knees, praying that you change your mind. Oh, Lord have mercy, I'll do better.
WIIFTBP.
Good morning, Chicago. The time is now 8:12 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland sports, weather, and traffic update. In sports, Cubs win behind a Wilson Contreras 2-run homer in the fifth as it put them up 4-3. Cubs and Padres back in action today at 1:20 p.m. at Wrigley. White Sox lose a toughie 6-5 as they try to make a late rush in the ninth with 2 runs, needed some more. To the Cleveland Indians, they will be back in action today against them at 12:10. Lynn, 6-1, gets the start. In basketball, the Brooklyn Nets finish off the Boston Celtics in 5 with a score of 123-109. In Denver, double overtime as the Mile High Club beats the Trailblazers 147-140 in double OT. In Phoenix, without AD, the Lakers look lost as they lose 115-85. LeBron made an early exit. Suns are now up 3-2 in the series as the Lakers are looking for answers. On the traffic, y'all get out there because on the Kennedys, O'Hare to the Loop, 70 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare, 37. From the Eden, from Deerfield to the Exchange, 75. Outbound to Deerfield, 40. Eisenhower's inbound from Thorndale to the Loop, 57. Back out, 35. Stevenson inbound to the Dan Ryan, 56. Bishop Ford inbound to the Dan Ryan, 33. Dan Ryan, 18 minutes to the loop, 11 minutes back to 95th. Today's weather is currently 66. Today will be sunny with a high of 75 and a low of 57. Now back to Maze, Ruthie, and Sonia on the Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm the host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Sitting in with us is DJ Reese, the ruler. But back in the building. That's how y'all. G-O-A-T. It's the one and only Sonia Escobar. Y'all know it'd be a little different. Because we got this kismet thing going on. We're not good. Who calling me? You calling me while I'm... So, hold on. Let me do this. So you going to call me while I'm on the air? Like, straight up on the air. You want to talk to the people? Hey, bro. All right, man. So, hey, man, you know I do a show. I'll call you after the show, though. We call you after the show, bro. Hey, man. Y'all be. Yeah. Ruthie. Yo, peoples, man. But that was the Chronic Chef. And so this is a perfect time.
Since ask if he was downstairs. That was the question.
Hey, listen,
Sonya call it. Hello? You too? You got something you want to say to the people? Call him. He might be downstairs. Call him back then. If he is down there. Yeah, let him in. Bring us some treats. We'll take that. Let me do this, though. Speaking of treats, here on the Maze Jackson Show today, we are going to be talking to one of our most colorful former legislators and the champion of the cannabis industry these days right now. Family, welcome to the Maze Jackson Show. Former Senator Rickey Hendon. He's on.
Hey, why I gotta be colorful?
He's off the phone. He's. Can you hear?
Why I gotta be colorful?
Cause you got that coochie sweater on.
That sound
How you got
like
a coochie sweater on?
That sound like some racist bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
How you got some? You got
just
how you got on a colorful coochie sweater?
Dark skin. Because I want to be seen on the camera today. Okay, I know how to stand out in the crowd.
Okay, well, Senator Hendon, it is good to have you back. Last week you came over here and you started some mess. People was a little upset with me, a little upset with you. Talk about what you was doing, but Senator, you have seemed to have accomplished your goal, which was to get a cannabis bill through the House and the Senate. It is now on the governor's desk. Right. Tell us, and you got a big press conference today, so tell us what's going on and what can we expect now going forward?
Well, let me say this, and I appreciate you having me on. I was listening in the car because I was trying to get here so I could do this with the link and live. But we'll have a press conference today at 10 a.m. at MacArthur's restaurant on the west side, 5412 West Madison, talking about our next steps in the cannabis, to get in this cannabis industry. We'll be calling on the governor to sign the legislation right away. And we're doing it at a black business because this is a business creating program. We could have went downtown, but we wanted to do it at a black-owned business. MacArthur's, owned by Mac, great food and all that. So we will be there at 10, and we'll have LaShawn Ford, state representative there. Senator Lightfoot just let me know she just got in from Springfield. You know how that goes, Maze. So she is on the program, but she won't make it. Alderman Emma Mitz will be there, and I hope Toy Hutchinson still makes it. They all coming in from Springfield. Bottom line is like what Ruthie said earlier. Black folks sometimes don't want to see black folks make no money. And the last time I was on your show, the black folks who was mad was black folks who didn't want to see black folks make no money until 2024. We want to make money in 2021 right now. If the governor signs the bill and has the lotteries, like we said, right away, we can be in business, black people. Now, I'm not saying me, I got to go to lottery like everybody else, but somebody black gonna win. Somebody average, regular black from the west side and the south side, from Springfield, Illinois, gonna win. And we're gonna discuss that, what that looks like today after the press conference. We're having a luncheon there at MacArthur's, and my group, the True Social Equity Applicants, it's 14 of us. We have pledged to stay together and stick together. If Mays win, Ruthie win. If Ruthie win, the DJ win. That's what we're doing in the cannabis space.
So, Senator, talk to me about what exactly did you get accomplished in this bill? I'm hearing that there's 2 additional lotteries, and then there seems to be some confusion because I'm lost. So tell me what happened. What did we get accomplished out of this bill?
Okay, when the crap went down 18 months ago and KPMG screwed it all up and sent our applications to some college kids, and they came up with the perfect 21 for 75 licenses, we went straight to the governor and said, JB, this is not right. I know I put in a perfect application. They denied my application by 4 points, but they gave me no credit for veterans, and I had 2 veterans. Veterans supposed to be worth 5 points. So I should be in that lottery. So he said, oh, we can't change this. We can't stop the lottery. I was like, BS, you can't stop it. You the governor, stop it. You know, we're going to march, we're going to picket, we're going to protest. And we did that as a coalition, as a group. Our brother Tyrone Muhammad joined us. We let it be known that we weren't going away. After that, the governor created another set of 75 licenses for a round 2. Then the white folks got slick like they do and filled their way into round 2. So we went to the governor and said, okay, now we need a true social equity round, which is round 3. So you're right, Mays, there are going to be 3 lotteries. The first lottery is going to be the ones to get the perfect score. The next lottery will be an 85% cut score. And the third lottery will be the 85% cut score, but none of the white people who got in by using the slave master clause can be in that round. and the slave master clause is, I promise to hire, 6 or 10 black folks, which, we hate that. It's a creating program, not a jobs creating program. So there'll be 3 lotteries back to back to back. So people talking about, the black lottery going to be next year. No, they all have to be within like 24 hours of each other.
Oh,
and
wow.
That'll give us an opportunity. Let me add this last thing, because a lot of people are calling me that want to invest now that they see it's finally moving, and that's fine, because there are going to be 5 new medical licenses, which comes with 2 recreational licenses that will also be attached to round 3. So the white folks with all their games can't even go after those.
So those are black only, or black and which? So those
minority. Using the word black and Latino. The perfect breakdown would be 3 black, 2 Latino.
So, Senator, let me ask you this part, because, I felt like this whole social equity was code words for making white folks rich. How do we ensure that black folks are going to actually, are you ensuring that black folks will actually be operators at this, or is there another slickery opportunity?
Well, one thing that we're doing today is we're talking finances. We have some finance people coming in. We have some investors coming in. We know some black folks going to win the license and sell it right away. That's just going to happen. But we're asking our group to stay together. If Mays want to sell, Mays is in our group, we're going to go to Mays and say, hey, Mays, what you trying to get? Let us buy it. Let the black folks buy it. If we stay together, we can accomplish things. And we're also then today beginning the ball rolling. We've already started a little bit on the national legislation, because cannabis is going to be legal in all 50 states. My prediction is by early next year. Mississippi, Michigan, Ohio, New York. And we are talking to those brothers and sisters as well. Do you know some of the biggest cannabis growers in California are African American? So we got to, connect those bones, as Nancy Jefferson used to say. That's the way we ensure our power. Other than that, if we wait for white folks to free us, we ain't never going to be free. Look at Tulsa. 100 years later, they still acting like it didn't happen. Black Wall Street didn't get burned down and all that. Now, so we got to do it for ourselves, May.
Senator, last time there was a big press conference, I was disturbed to see dissension promoted by the media in that press conference. Have we dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's? Have you gotten unity amongst the active stakeholders?
No, but I tell you what we ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna do what we did in the past. I let them talk at the last press conferences to let them know that we cared about their opinion. We stopped them at the door today, bro. They can't come in there with their mess today. We stopped them at the door. My boys is at the door just like this, okay? And if you ain't on the program, then just stay outside. If they want to, act a fool. But we gave them the cameras, hoping that we could get unity. Sometimes you're not going to get 100% black unity. And white folks use that. They pay folks off. They get folks that act a fool. So we ain't trying to get 100% black unity. I got my group. It's 14 of us. We're working also with Normal now. And I was on your show fighting E. Moore, that a year ago. Because this is serious. This is business. This is economic development for our community. So won't be no dissension today because we ain't letting them in.
So, Senator, let me ask you this. Are we going to see how soon before we'll see actual cannabis dispensaries? Ruthie, you got a question? How soon before you will see actual black-owned cannabis dispensaries in the space?
The fall. I'll say the fall. I'd love to say late summer, but by fall, because they have put it on speed dial and loosen some of the rules and things that would slow you down. We changed that in the legislation. So by the fall, late summer, I'm trying to be open by late summer. I got my location already. If God be willing, I win one. We know where I'm on the west side.
Senator, let me ask this.
Now, let me say I do love the South Side because my girl, she listened to your show, and that's one reason I was late because I was over there, doing the grown thing. South Side cool too.
What you cheating on Ruthie? Yeah. Oh, I forgot. That's your son. Your son. My fault.
Lil Ricky like Ruthie. Ruthie a little
Lil Ricky. Lil Ricky and Lil Ruthie.
I
Ruthie
had a heart attack.
No, y'all got Viagra machines in the bathroom.
Hey, Ruthie! I see how you did that right there.
But you might be something else.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. This is Wednesday. This is Wednesday. All right, Senator, tell everybody. Now, are you invited? Oh, we going to MacArthur's. Is it free food? Shout out to MacArthur's.
No,
I just want to tell
everybody got to buy their own lunch. We all been waiting 18 months, almost 2 years. So we all broke. You know, a lot of people. I got to say this. A lot of people invested their pensions, their savings. I know I tied up all of my money because I believe in this. If you win one store, I have a $10 million business walking in the door. So it was worth me risking my $55,000, you know, but I'm eating cheese and crackers around here. So everybody got to buy their own lunch at MacArthur's. It's only $10.
You're not tripping. Let me tell y'all, first of all,
you're going to get it's worth thousands.
You know what? And soon they're going to have infused, can you imagine MacArthur's infused fried chicken?
Ooh, Lord.
That mac and cheese will be off the chain too.
So Mr. Hendon.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that when you talk about black people being able to acquire that level of wealth and that type of access to wealth overnight, it makes me so excited. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel energized. And I just hope that we can get over this contagion to helping other black people achieve wealth so that we can all be excited and we can all benefit.
She buttering you up for that $10 million business.
Well, one thing, let me say this, and I told Maze this the other day. I buy ads on the Maze Jackson show. I understand supporting other black businesses and this, that, and the other. The group that we've put together, we have people coming in today from Springfield, Southern Illinois, because we understand that the cannabis business in Illinois is statewide. It ain't just Chicago. So I'm thrilled too, Ruthie. Some of us are going to do the right thing. Some may not, but we ain't going to worry about them. We're going to keep on going, and we're going to try to work with them, Maze, on the cultivation and the craft grow, because it makes no sense for black people to be stuck with 15,000 square feet of growing cannabis, and white folks have 200,000 square feet of growth. So I have a bill to give us at least 100,000 square feet of growth and a cultivation centers for our people.
Hey man, I am excited about what is happening. We'll be looking today at 10 o'clock over at MacArthur's. Hey dog, you gotta put people on the list because I know you. What you gonna have? You gonna be having the brothers over there standing by the door. So I'm gonna have to get. I might need a pass or something. Hey y'all,
my guys will recognize you. They're gonna recognize filmmakers too.
That could be a good thing and a bad thing depending on the day.
It's gonna be bad for them. They come into my stuff acting a fool.
We
go West Side early on Wednesday morning.
Lordy be. If y'all ever been to a Rickey Hendon meeting,
we will.
I tell y'all, go back and watch Chicago. What was it? City So Real. See the Rickey Hendon squad. Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Senator Rickey Hendon, we appreciate you. It's always fun to have you. Colorful with your colorful commentary. And shout out to, what's that, a Coogee sweater you got on, man? He got on one of them players. He got on a player shirt from Roosevelt.
I will stand out.
I heard that you always do, Senator.
That's the West Side.
Ruthie understand marketing. DJ understand marketing.
Yeah, that's that West Side in you. I'm from the West Side too. I see you dressing. I see you fly. I see you fly. So you spend that running. He spent that Rona money on that. I see you.
Hey, and I bet you got gators to match. Which color you think the gators are to match the lines in the sweater? Hey y'all,
a green with gold strings on it. He from out west. And Rona money.
I need that. Hey, I need to be in part 2 of the video. Hey y'all, we'll stop it now.
Rona money, man.
You got that Rona money.
All right, y'all. That is Senator Rickey Hendon. We'll be back after these messages. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Broken screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Saturday, June 19th, 2021. Grab the family and join the Woodlawn for the second annual Juneteenth block party. Join the Woodlawn team for a day of vendors, activities, DJs, live music and broadcasts, rooftop experiences, and much more. Vendor space is still available. For tickets and more information, please visit www.thewoodlawn1200.com. That's www.thewoodlawn1200.com. We do this for the culture.
All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
WIIFTBP.
That I had to pay. I need my money. I roll the money. Y'all know the hustle. I need my money. I need my money. I roll the money. I need my check. My 10K, my 10K, my 10K, my 10K. Y'all know the hustle for that bag. Went to the ATM. 2 or 3 of them. I put my card in, but no cash came out. I wanted to shout. See, if you're rich, you can get a bad bill. But if you're poor, all you're gonna hear is no, 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 no. I need my money, money. I roll the money. I need my money. I need my 10K, my 10K, my 10K.
WIIFTBPM.
Reach the ruler. This is Week Ho Wednesday, and to my right is Everybody's Women Crush Wednesday. My co-host, the one and only Todd. It goes. Love this show, y'all. I'm dealing with a guy. We have been dating for 9 months. In light of everything going on in the world, he has been voicing his opinion about situations, and I don't agree with any of his views. I love everything else except his opinions. Damn. How do I fix this? FYI, he's white.
It's about to be a white boy summer.
So could that be the issue?
For sure. Just come out different when it's not coming from your own race. It's just never been something I'd be like, oh, I date Bill.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
I don't really like light-skinned guys. I don't like pink meat.
Pink, so like it's like you see it.
Pink tip, it be pink.
It be pink on the tip.
I don't like.
So have a light-skinned guy have a dark tooth.
And then it look dark, so it's not as off to me.
Okay, so
I feel like it's supposed to be pink because they light-skinned. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want it to be dark because then I'm gonna say you dirty.
Too much.
Come on, where's the report?
Good morning, what's in it for the Black People Media family. The time is now 8:37 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with just your weather and traffic report. Start off in traffic, y'all get out there. It is jam-packed on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, 75 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare, just 25. Eden inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange, 76. Outbound Exchange to Deerfield, 36. Eisenhower's inbound from Thorndale to the Loop, 64. Back out to Thorndale, 35. Stevenson inbound to the Dan Ryan, 50 minutes. Bishop Ford inbound to the Dan Ryan, 34 minutes. Dan Ryan, 18 minutes to the Loop, 11 minutes back out to 95th. Today's weather, it is currently 70 degrees right now. Today will be sunny with a high of 75 and a low of 57. Now, back to the Mays Jackson Show.
Back to the Mays Jackson Show.
What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. For the black people. 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 What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it.
For the black people. You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. It is the What's in It for the Black People. That's our Steppers cut. Shout out to Tyrone Tate on the What's in It for the Black People Steppers. Ruthie, you got to get your stepper. You got to get you some, Rickey with his green and gold gators. He probably stepped 10 million. I was thinking.
No, Rickey probably be bopping.
What you know? How you know? Ruthie, you know how to bop? Do you know how to do all that stuff?
I get the basic idea.
So
that means likely
no. So when you go out to the club, do they be like, when you go do the old man be like,
I have
hey,
not.
Ruthie.
I don't even know the last time I've been to a club.
Okay, well a step a set.
I just became old enough to get into them. I hate them. You got to be 30. What is it? 35 and up.
See, they're age discrimination.
I still can't get into those. So when it's 32, I be right up in there.
You be like, I'm in the building. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Maze Jackson, Ruthie Moore, Sonia Escobar, Reese the Ruler is in here. He some kind of way got in here and he been talking on my mic.
A little bit.
See? Watch that mic, Ruthie. Sonia, see? Be making and make sure he ain't left up out of there and set my mic on high. Tripping. He set my mic on high. Like I need some. You inside.
It was already like that.
Hold. We trying to make a joke now.
But we gotta change it for every show.
Make it be Maze Jackson.
This when I come on tomorrow, I want to be like, and welcome to the Maze Jackson Show. And they gonna be like, who is that?
Like Maze got a voice box. You know what I'm talking about? The things for the
No. When they talk like, and they be like, hi, my name is Maze. Well,
I think they make them sound better nowadays.
They be like, my name is Maze. What was that movie where did y'all ever see that movie with the very first Reese Witherspoon movie with Kiefer Sutherland? Mm-hmm. And it was like Big Bad Wolf, and she was dating she was like a white trash girl, and she was dating Bokeem Woodbine. And the Big Bad Wolf was Kiefer Sutherland, and she had burnt his face up. Mm-hmm. So he had to talk with this. Y'all should look up Reese Withers. That was one of the best movies. She was Little Red Riding Hood. She escaped from a Audi home for bad girls. And then she was trying to get back to her black boy. She was a trailer trash girl, and she was trying to get back to her black boyfriend.
The most famous voice box person I know is from the PJs.
Oh yeah.
What's the PJs?
For real? The PJs, the
PJs,
cartoons. I think that was Eddie Murphy.
Living with the PJs.
No. Super. What's up, Super? No.
He's really with Loretta Devine.
Nah, I feel like those were cartoons.
It was like claymation.
Those are things that were terrible, and they were negative reflections on the black culture.
So it was
and
good times.
people
You still know the song.
Yeah, right.
Scratching and surviving.
I'm about tired of y'all. I'm gonna tell you what won't happen again. There will not.
Good. Very good. This is low. This is low even for you. You think I stole your door? Oh, super.
No, I'm not having two millennials on the show again. Y'all two been ganging up on me, and I don't appreciate it.
Nobody been ganging up.
I don't appreciate it. I don't help me. I don't appreciate this. I don't. I feel like Archie Bunker or something. I don't need to be the black guy.
Oh my goodness. That's one show I can't watch.
I love Archie Bunker. He was
racist. He was racist. It was blatant racistness on this show. And
so was George Jefferson. I used to love when George Jefferson Did y'all remember George? That's where the Jeffersons came from too.
But black people can't be racist.
Right.
So,
but George gave it to him. Hey, I loved the Archie Bunker show though. Like especially older. Like, cause it's like I don't know the damn PJs. I did not.
If you see some imagery, you will know.
I never watched it though.
But you know what it is, all right?
I feel like was it on Fox?
Yeah.
And did the dude have a top hat? Did he wear like a fedora or something?
No, he was like the plumber. Like
Okay, no.
He came on like right.
I feel like let me say this.
He was the super in the building.
It's super.
No, I mean, I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I never watched it. Like, there's certain things that just don't appeal to me. Like, if it's claymation, like except for Davy and Goliath. Like, I used to like Davy and Goliath. Did y'all watch Davy and Goliath?
No, never heard of it.
In the Bible.
You talking about Davy?
But Davy and Goliath was the Bible Christian. It like we used
like
to
what Veggie Tales.
What's Veggie Tales? No, I don't see
Veggie
that. Okay, I didn't see Veggie Tales.
You know, it's the Christian stories.
Veggie Tales is Christian stories?
See, when I found out, I had that same reaction too.
Veggie Tales?
Veggie Tales, man.
I didn't know. Shoot, you know what? That's Veggie Tales. Two, are you know? Two, I appreciate you though. Two be up every morning, so I ain't gonna even front on them.
To talk to tomatoes. If a squash can make you smile.
My kids didn't watch this either. Like I hated Caillou. That's who I hated. I'm so glad they're retiring Caillou.
You know,
Caillou is done. I hated him.
No, but it's a story about Caillou had cancer.
Yeah.
And
is that why he ain't had no hair?
Yeah, and the whole show was what he wrote before he passed.
Caillou died?
He had cancer.
Oh my God.
You didn't know that was real?
Allegedly,
I gotta Google this.
That
just made me sad.
I know, me too.
Caillou? He was annoying.
He was Caillou was the whine. He created a whole whining generation.
He was whiny.
Good God.
I forced my daughter into Barney.
Did y'all?
It wasn't even her era. I couldn't find it for her birthday party, but old Barney tapes.
Yeah, man. All right. I don't know how we got here, but let's talk about Kyrie Irving because I didn't get a chance to talk about that yesterday. Because shout out to Tyrone Muhammad too. Yesterday's show was pretty good. I enjoyed the conversation. Not my path, but path nonetheless. And to all of the trolls who got swatted yesterday, I hope it hurt.
What?
I hope it hurt. And
so much.
And to somebody hit me yesterday and that was the wrong person. Dang. Let's go to Kyrie Irving. Oh, Reese, Reese gonna come in. See, you give him a guest spot, and now you got the phones blowing up.
At least the sound was off.
He next thing gonna be like, oh yeah, he gonna take calls on the show. It's all good though. It's all good. It's just the Maze Jackson show, just the biggest thing in the morning. It's all good though. I'm not tripping. I love me. Did y'all see Kyrie Irving stomped on Lucky? In case you don't know who Lucky is, it's the white dude in the middle of the floor of the Boston Celtics. He is the classic white man with a shillelagh and a pipe, dressed in all Irish. And Kyrie Irving had earlier talked about the subtle racism in Boston. But we all who know Boston know racism in Boston is not subtle. I mean, for real, Marky Mark got in trouble for race crimes back in the day, for hate crimes, for beating up on black people, right? And so the challenge, so Kyrie Irving, after talking about the subtle racism, at a Brooklyn Nets game, went and stomped on, and I don't even say it was stomped. He just walked out, stepped on the face, he didn't even step on his face. He just stepped on it, and that's what provoked the Boston fan to throw the bottle of water at him. Now, I feel like I would have done something like that. Matter of fact, I started to pull out my picture because when I went to Dallas, I went and stomped on the star. I didn't stomp on it. I did the TO and stood in the middle of the star. I feel like there is a athletic I think that when you go stomp on a sports logo, I feel like you can address it on the field. It's intentional disrespect, but you address that on the court. Like you whoop them. Because it ain't like they don't walk over or run over Lucky any other time. They running across him all game. So don't act like his foot ain't been on his face all the time. I'm saying.
Good boy.
I'm saying. Like, I know this because one day when we had our fraternity event, we had our conclave. And you know how they do those globos? And it's like a light and it shines down on the floor. And then so basically they put our shield on one of those logos and it shined on the floor and it was rotating, and I was a little overserved at the conclave, and I was standing in the lobby like, y'all can't step on this. Like I was literally running people off of it because I was a little overserved. There was no way I was going to stop. It was thousands of people, and I was like, y'all can't be stepping on our fraternity logo. What's wrong with y'all? And it's like light, and it's, but I felt like to see Kevin Garnett, who I just gave all the props in the world for showing Chicago love. He gave the Travelers love. He gave George Daniels love. He gave the West Side love. And I ain't gonna even lie, I really like Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett to me is like the athlete you want on your squad. Like he's the goon you want on your team. Like he ain't backing down from nobody. He can be good or he can be bad. But he attacked Kyrie Irving for stepping on Lucky. And then what's the other one? Big Baby or Big Somebody jumped in it too, talking about step on Lucky if you want to. You disrespecting us all. And I gotta say, they look kind of clownish to me defending the Irelandish green team symbol of the people who would have called them ninjas if they wasn't basketball players.
I don't think they're looking at it like that. It's more of a sports competition, so it's more you just, it's like stepping on a star, like you said. It's just a disrespect, a competitive disrespect, and then it's also where these guys won championships from. So, yeah, I don't think it was like a lot.
But they offered the whoop, so I feel you. And if you would have stepped on like an African Zulu queen, I would have been mad. Like, but you ain't finna threaten to whoop my butt over no white boy. Now, if I said F the Celtics and F everything but like, if I decide I'm finna go stomp on your logo after I just beat the molly whopping out of you, beat me on the floor. But when the white boys attacked Kyrie, obviously throwing a water bottle, at that point to me, that's the black people like you finna defend the white boy for throwing a water bottle because he stepped on the logo that y'all run across every day?
That's how that the brawl in Palace started. If you don't remember, Ron Artest was laying on the desk and laying on the announcer's table, and a fan threw a water bottle at him, and Ron Artest ran up the stairs and punched him in the face. So, I mean, so there's that part of it. But the part for me that's really the challenge is Kyrie could have been hurt. And we got these white folks defend, like, y'all talking about Lucky like y'all. Lucky real.
Like Lucky don't love you,
Oh, I just saw it.
And here's how I feel. I feel like it was a Ruthie moment. I'm not gonna really say this, but don't tell nobody. But it made me think about the Columbus statue. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
Shouldn't have been that no way.
See, no more two millennials at the same time.
The Columbus statue.
No more okay, cut his mic again. See, here we go. Here we go with the millennials in here ganging up on me. I'm trying to have a moment of honesty with y'all.
I appreciate it.
I have to tell y'all, don't tell everybody. And then here come Reese talk about some. You shouldn't have been there.
Should have been on the way.
See no. Cut his mic. Y'all already over here shining. No, but it really did. Watching Kevin Garnett defend that, and I got a thing about the green tea. Are you really doubling down? Now you call it. I wish I could have seen Reese's face. Oh my God, that was hilarious, Sonia. If you could have seen your face, because you was like, it wasn't me.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop messing around with you.
No, we going on vacation. We about to go on summer break, so we got to have this conversation. But I did feel a certain way. Like I felt very like we can't defend the like. I just think about Boston, and I've never heard anything positive for black people out of Boston except Malcolm X left. Right? And I guess my question is, what made do you think that they only saw it as sports? Do you think that, and I was thinking about the fact that they're like old, like it makes me feel like Ruthie in the bathroom too. But I feel like Kevin Garnett and Big Baby are of that old loyalty, of that old way of thinking, like we are loyal to the Shamrock. We are loyal to these people. Whereas the young Kyrie like, hey, Joe, bust all of this stuff. Like, I got issues with everything, and I'm going to keep on talking about them. And I'm definitely stepping on this big white leprechaun. And watching KG and Big Baby come after him talking about Lucky, like Lucky was the Negro, like that was their homie. Like thinking about all of the things that we've heard about what people had to do to play in Boston. And now we just go, I don't know, man. That I felt like Ruthie more. Cause I was like, dog, are you really sending this tweet out like right now? Talking about saving this? And then it got me thinking about that one time when I said, well, we gotta have them so we can remember. That Lucky means something to them white folks watching, and it wasn't, and to me, that was an inanimate object. But it was a symbol to them of their dominance, even in basketball. Whew. I don't know, man. I guess we cannot continue to defend these symbols of white racism. Should they have to give up the Lucky? Should they have to give up that? Like considering the history of, let's say, Irishmen in relation. Like, who black?
The bagpipes.
Well, that's Scottish. What if the black people say we ain't playing for no Boston Celtic?
You want to take away Christopher Columbus and Lucky? You trying to start something now.
Christopher Columbus, Lucky, and I got another one for you. The Fighting Irish.
Yeah.
The Fighting Irish. You think about who the Irish was fighting in Illinois.
All this wokeness in sports.
Goodness gracious.
Black men, y'all better get back.
Can we just get back to that daggone Colin Kaepernick and his stinking knee? Can we just shut up and dribble? Man, Joe, I'm going to tell y'all. So it's really funny because I keep having these revelations over time. There was a time when I thought that, man, it's just weird because I'm re-looking at and re-evaluating so many people, places, and things and opportunities.
People ain't going no more.
Dang, is that a song?
No, I just made it one.
People ain't going no more.
I mean, I think it's refreshing to see athletes who those are their bodies. And really, when I saw him do that, it looked just like some sports superstition, hyping myself up, competition, psychological type of stuff.
And white boys was like, I don't care what it is, ninja.
What if it was a bumblebee or a different type of logo? You think people would be as upset?
I think yes, but no. I think in Boston, it has a particular extra certain amount of,
because it's a person that represents something versus like an animal or a spur.
I'm gonna tell you, like, people got mad when they got on the Star, and I understand all of the stomping the logo. I feel like my real issue is Negro. That lucky ain't never loved you. Once I appreciate that you got your rings and everything like that, but let me just tell you, if you walked into a bar and you was not 6'2", 6'11" and a half in Boston, they're like, what you doing in our bar? And that ring grants you a magic pass maybe, but it don't stop you from still being OJ. And just don't forget that, KG. Don't forget that, big baby. They celebrate you, but they still don't want you with their wife. Well, maybe not their wife. But
don't do they bidding too much. Don't take it too far.
Right. I understand you get good seats at the Boston Celtics. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. It's been a great one. Coming up next, sitting in for the Book of Dawn, it is the hilarious Jeremiah Frazier sitting in. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. We got 2 more days until it's time for summer break. So for Maze and Sonia and Ruthie, no Todd, DJ in the building, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? Ruthie, you want to end this one with a freestyle today? And if
you inspired.
If you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. For the black people. For the black people. For the black people. For the black people. For the black people, for the black people, for the black people, for the black people. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. For the black people, 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 for the black people.